This was the very last one that came in. This is Inti, another one I'd never heard of before that I didn't know anything about. And it's funny how the way all these different energies and channels have flowed through to the sun. It's literally, I can't make this stuff up. But first, let's talk about what this image is. Now, if you look at that, like obviously I created these images through AI, and this is a very solid gold shiny sun image. And you know, if you do cards or anything, you know what the sun represents. If you are someone who connects to that whole lineage or whole idea of the sun, you know what that power is as well. And for me, this is exactly what this portrayed to me, was that power, was that completion in the process of what we did with those 12 channels, but also like the piece that pulled them all together. Because what this represents to me is that ultimately, even though we went through all those channels and they gave us different ideas and thoughts and the way that we can be and we can see or perceive things, ultimately we are this is us. We are the sun, and everything revolves around us. Everything, every experience, every idea, everything that happens, we are the center of it all. Everything is revolving around us. It is all extending from us, and it's through the way that we radiate our warmth and joy and love, which, you know, I think you can kind of feel that from this image. It's, you know, when you think of the sun, it's radiating warmth. It gives us happiness when we're seeing daylight outside. It's giving us joy, and that's what we are. We are that sun within us. We are that. When we are expressing that, that is when we are feeling that. If we are not being like this, if we're not thinking that we are this gold essence, that we are not this beautiful piece of existence that is expressing in the most highest way possible, then our experience around us, the things around us, are not going to look the way that we want them to. It's when we can tap into the knowingness and understanding and feeling and believing that we are the everything, that we are the one thing, that we are the key to it all, that we are holding it all, that everything else is radiating around us, but only from what we're putting out there, from what we are bringing out from within us, from our own radiation, from our own feeling, from our own expression of who we think we are. And it's through that understanding and feeling and knowing of our own high vibrational frequency that we are able to extend that, experience that, and other people get to feel that. All the other people and the things that we see in our existence then will match that level of that high vibrational frequency. We are connecting and disconnecting. We're expanding and transmuting. We are solid and liquid at the same time, complete and infinite. We rise and shine, and we fall and expand, but we are always radiant. And there was also another piece of information that came to me was with the directional feelings of the north, south, east, and west, and the way that we connect the galactics with the elementals through our 3D and our 5D. And it was just an interesting way to sort of put all those pieces together and allow them to become and be seen as the everything that we are in this completeness as the sun. In the way that everything just radiates from the everything that we know and the everything that we believe. That even the rays of a sun portray the way that we express outwards, or the thoughts that we believe in, or the ones that we have, or the ones that we share with others, or the pieces of information through the idea of the galactics or the elementals, or through our 3D history and story lineage, or through and into the 5D and the existence that we think we can hold when we get to a certain vibrational frequency. It's the pulling in and the expressing of that which is allowing us to exist as this sun being in this form to experience the life that we actually want to experience in this 3D being. So it was a great way to complete. And if you're watching this video and you don't even know what I'm talking about, there were 12 different videos that I did on 12 different channels of me bringing in different energies, entities, characters, collective beliefs in gods, goddesses, these ideas, and wanting to, well, as always, it's for me to prove to myself first that we can tap into collective ideas. We can tap into our own knowing. We can receive information from ideas or thoughts or topics without actually knowing anything. The last few of these channels were entities or ideas that I'd never heard of before. So it was really good to tap into these things without going onto Google, finding all about the history of this mythical, mystical, or historical entity and then trying to bring that in. Instead, it was more of, okay, I have a brain, I can think, I can connect energetically. What information am I going to receive? What guidance can they give me? What do they feel like energetically? What is the essence of what they have to offer, and how can they help me right now? And as you can tell, if you watch any of those videos, every single one of them had something different to say. They had a different viewpoint in the way that we can use to embody our lives, and the way that we can just sort of expand a little bit from where we're at and look at things in a totally different way, so that we can continue to get to this place where we are feeling like the sun. And that's not me saying, wow, I'm so amazing, I can tap into all these energies. I believe that we can all do that. But it's like we said in some of those channels, was removing those beliefs so that you know, and you can suddenly start to see, feel, and realize that you have that power as well. But you have to release any of those beliefs or thoughts that are telling you that you can't, because you can. I just proved it. Anyone can do it. And I am all about the logic. I am all about, no, this does not make sense. No, this is not right. As well as trying to balance it with a trillion other ideas about spirituality and other things that happen or are experienced, and the great unknown of what our true existence is. So this was kind of like an experiment, but also an expansion into my awareness and my being and my understanding of the existence around us, and how I can be a better person, how I can help other people, and how we can all eventually get to the sun state. So watch the whole series, and if you have any questions, any channels, any ideas, or anything else you want to know, please let me know, because this was actually kind of fun.